Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. See, today and tomorrow we are having only two classes for revision. So if you people are having any doubts, anything you want to ask, you can ask me directly on this. Okay, I will answer you. But today we'll just go through all our 5 units in short. So today we'll see 2.5 unit and tomorrow we'll see 2.5 units. At the end, I will inform you regarding your exam and everything. Okay, and now give me attendance after the completion of. I will give you some time. That time you have to give the attendance. So don't write down here your numbers because I'm not seeing your numbers and your attendance. Afterwards, definitely I will inform you. Okay, so now starting our revision class. So starting we have completed the pollution. I'm going from the pollution because long back you have learned about the pollution. No? So that is the reason. We'll go very points we will discuss, or if you want any particular point I have to explain in detail, you just I will explain that point once again, not an issue. Okay, so shall I start? My voice is not audible. Now see, it's 100% now, it's there. Now voice is coming. Now voice is coming. Mohammed, Tamsil, Kalim, Arif, voice coming. Voice now see, it's 100%, it's there. Now voice is coming. Voice coming now. So okay. Now for the unit number 4. So in pollution we'll see. So first of all, you're writing about pollution, you have to keep in your mind which type of questions they are asking. Sometimes they are asking the direct question, sometimes they will ask indirect also. Okay. So whenever you are writing any type of answer, first of all, you have to write down 2 to 3 lines or sentence about the general pollution. See, in EVS, it is not your core subject. You are not having any credit, so you people will take very light. It अच्छा है कुछ भी लिखे मार्क मिलते हैं नो दैट इज नॉट द केस कुछ भी लिखे मार्क नहीं मिलते आपको if you present nicely on the paper only then you will get the marks, and this is your first time you are writing the exam for non credit subject, and every semester you are having, so now you have to learn how to write down any the subject which is not having credit. Presentation is more important in that type of papers because it is general, all the things you know, all informations you are having from the your previous knowledge. So what you have to do in examination, you have to present it very nicely. So that is the suppose in this environmental chemistry, two types of questions will come. First question, it is it is based on the different types of pollution. So how many types of pollutions we have seen? Air pollution, water pollution, soil pollution, noise pollution, sound pollution. Yeah. So anyone they will ask directly or indirectly. In the previous exam, most of the students told, मैडम आपने ये नहीं बोले ना कि advantage लिखो, reasons लिखो, इसलिए हम नहीं लिखे. No, that is not the case now. If they're asking explain water pollution, means you have to write down from top to the last. What is the definition of water pollution? What are the factors affecting on it? What are the reasons behind it? What are the disadvantages and solutions? Solutions are the most important part in the environmental chemistry. What you will think, how to read it. By using your knowledge, you have to answer it. So clear, Mo? I'm telling you again and again, don't give me attendance now. Just listen my answer. So till now it's clear? Sorry. रजा आपका फोन बज रहा रजा फोन बज रहा आपका so clear ma you have to answer me then I will go next so suppose first of all in each and every type of pollution first question is get there explain the air pollution explain air pollution in detail this is the first question or maybe they will ask define air pollution and explain the factors affecting on it. But if any type of pollution is there, I told you introduction, main definitions, reasons, and solutions. These are the compulsory will be there. So first of all, what is the definition of environmental pollution? Unfavorable alteration of our surroundings. ऐसी चेंजेस जो कि हमारे अतराफ में हो रहे हैं और वो हमारे लिए फेवरेबल नहीं है इट्स अनफेवरेबल then we are calling it as a pollution any type of pollution this is the general definition for pollution so for the pollution first of all the compounds which is responsible for pollution we are calling it as a pollutants generally pollutants are of two types biodegradable pollutants and non biodegradable pollutants generally introduction part nobody will ask but sometimes they will ask in SAQ that is the reason I am explaining from the starting only so you have to write down what is the meaning of biodegradable pollutants and what is the meaning of non-biodegradable pollutants and with the examples only. One or two example you have to write down. Now next main SAQ, sorry, LAQ is there. LAQ, they are asking explain in detail air pollution. Explain in detail air pollution. So in air pollution, what you have to write down? Causes, effects, and control measures. If you will see my notes, in each and everywhere I have written very clearly in air pollution, water pollution, what are the things are there. So in the air pollution, first of all, you have to write down the definition. What is the definition? What is the definition of air pollution? The presence of one or more contaminants like dust, mist, smoke, and color in the atmosphere that are injurious to human beings, plants, and animals. This is called as air pollution. What are the reasons are there? Why air pollution is more? Most of the time you are writing only general part. So what you have learned before 10th class. You have to change only. For example, you have to write down rapid industrialization, then fast urbanization, rapid growth population, growth of vehicle on the roads, and activities of human beings have disturbed the natural balance of the atmosphere. These are the causes or reasons are there. Then next part, composition of air is given. If you want, you can write down. Otherwise, you can leave it. That is not the compulsory part. Next, then you have to write down the sources of air pollution. Air pollution is again it is of two types. First one is the natural sources, and second one is the artificial sources. In natural source of pollution. In short, you have to write down the definition. Though that the pollutants are those which is coming from the nature. For example, if natural phenomena is going and because of that reason, if any type of pollution is there or any pollutant is releasing in the atmosphere, we are calling it as a natural pollutants, or those are the natural resources. For example, volcanic eruption is there, forest fire, biological decay is there, moving pollen grains, so many are there. So you have to write down any one or two. Then artificial we know, which can be created by man. For example, thermal power plant, vehicular emissions, fossil fuel burning, if you are using the fossil fuels, if you are using petrol, diesel, kerosene, any type of gases, whatever product is coming out, due to that if the pollution is coming out, these are there. Then next you have to write down classification of air pollutants. If air pollution will come now, it will take more time now. So in examination you have to write down very fast. So classification of air pollutants, in that primary pollutants are there, then secondary pollutants are there. In short, you have to write down. Then afterwards, indoor pollutants are also given. I have given you each and every type of gas and how it is coming out. So here in the examination it is given now. See, like chemistry, PPS, explanation is not. If you want the explanation, definitely I will tell you. But today I am just concentrating how to paper. That is more important because all these things are explained already. So you just answer me. You want explanation or you want just how to present the paper? So next you have to write down the main sources and common effects, common air pollutants. So sources with effects directly we are writing in one place. Or your wish, you have to write down first of all sources and then you have to write down the sorry effects of effects. So I will take first of all carbon dioxide gas, from where it is coming out. It is the incomplete combustion of carbon containing fuels. 77 or more than 77% of carbon monoxide is coming from the vehicle. It is coming out from the motor vehicle. Means whatever incomplete combustion is there, we have written that reaction. If you remember, carbon is burning in presence of oxygen. If incomplete combustion is there, then it will forming the carbon monoxide. So what is the effect carbon monoxide? What is the effects are there? It is causing the coma, irreversible damage, death, headache, anemia. These are the effects. Then nitrogen dioxide. It is a reddish brown gas. When it will be released in the atmosphere, when photochemical smoke is formed. Generally, in fossil fuel, if you remember the fuel chemistry from chemistry, you have in some fuel nitrogen is also present. If nitrogen is present in that fuel, when it will burn, nitrogen oxide will be releases or oxides of nitrogen will be releases. That is the source from where it is coming. What is the health effect is there? It will damage to tree, lake, soil, monuments, fabrics, etc. Then sulfur dioxide. It is a irritating gas is there. It is also coming from the burning of fossil fuel. You know, sulfur, bomb calorimeter. Then this nitrogen and sulfur, it will combine with the water molecule present in the atmosphere and it will be converted into the acid. It is nitric acid and sulfuric acid. What is the problems are there? Breathing problem due to the sulfur dioxide. If the percentage of sulfur dioxide is increases in the atmosphere, we are having the breathing problem. That is the effects on the human being. On environment, what will happen? Will increase the pH value of the lake soil and it will deposit the acids on trees, soil. It is also having the adverse effect on the aquatic life. Next, suspended matters. What is the meaning of suspended matters and what are the effects are there? Then ozone. I told you I sorry. I told you while explaining about the ozone, if ozone is present in the two different levels. If it is present in the stratosphere, what is the case? If it is present in the another level, what is the case? So you have to write down those reasons also. Then next one, photochemical smoke or everything you have to write down in short. Then all these are the reasons. Then afterwards you have to go for the control measures. If you writing all these points, then you are getting the full marks, 5 marks you will get. At least you have to write down 4 to 5 different types of causes. You have to write down carbon monoxide is simple, no? You have to write down carbon monoxide, oxides of nitrates of sulfur, ozone, suspended particles. You have to write down these 5. That is more than enough. And you have to write down the control measures. How to control it. Then next you have to write down the solutions. So here your first question will be over. Air pollution. Now next it will come describe or explain in detail water pollution. Describe in detail the water pollutions. So first of all you have to write down the definition. What is the meaning of water pollution? The alteration in physical, chemical and biological characteristics of water which may cause harmful effect on humans and aquatic life. If you remember in a classroom, I have explained you what is the meaning of physical change of the water, chemical changes in the water, and biological changes in the water. So I think this definition is very clear. Again, I will repeat what is the definition of water pollution? The changes or the alteration in physical, chemical, and biological. These three words are very important. You have to underline these three words in your definition. So, water pollution may be defined as the alteration in physical, chemical, and biological characteristics of water which may cause harmful effects on human and aquatic life. For water pollution, we are having the different pollutants. Here we are discussing the three different pollutants. First one is the sewage, second is the industrial effluents and chemical and oil and other. Then you have to write down in detail about the industrial effluents and oil. Then find effect and sources of water pollution. Okay, types, effects and sources. So first one, water pollution in any chemical, here infectious agents, human sources. If you want this paragraph, no issues, man. Don't write down this directly. You have to go for the oxygen demanding waste. Okay, oxygen demanding waste. You have about the oxygen demanding waste, inorganic chemicals. Then what are the sources are there? Effects are there. If I will explain each and every question, it is not possible to complete your syllabus. So I'm just in, then you have to write down some materials. I'm waiting for questions also. If you question anything, I will explain you. So in that you have to write down what are the sources are there, sediment, radioactive materials, all these are the sources are there. So you want to ask anything? And one more thing, in your answer you have to write down point and non-point sources of water pollution. That is the important point for your answer. That is a important point. What is the meaning of point sources? These are pollutants that are discharged at a specific location through pipes, ditches, or sieves into bodies of surface water. Then what is the meaning of non-point sources? These pollutants cannot be traced to a single point of discharge. They are large and large land areas or air sheds that pollute water by runoff. So these 2 points are more important in the water pollution. Then you have to write down the control measures. How to control the water pollution? Because we know water can be managed by some administration is there or central government will be there. By using some scientific technique, we have to recycle the water. This is the second solution. If the water is near any industry or any plants, there we have to put such small plants where we can recycle our water. Recycling of water. Then we have to increase the number of plants and trees and forests because these are the natural sources to control the pollution. And whatever solid waste is coming out, we have to separate it from the liquid, and waste can be separated out. And by using the different techniques, we have to convert it into the useful form. For example, if you are taking in solid waste, what material is coming out from the kitchen, vegetables, green vegetable waste will be there. So it will be used for the then next we have to use the qualified and experienced people to control our water pollution. Then next one we have to go for some public sorry, we have to go for some public awareness program. These programs may be by using the mouth or by using some audio or by using the media. Anything we have to go for it. And the next government should prepare some laws. Okay. So depending on that laws, it will be reduces somewhat. So these are some control measures are there. These are some control measures. Now can you tell me all these two are there? These two answers are clear or not? Okay. Now third one soil pollution is there. In the soil pollution, first of all you have to write down the definition. Contamination of soil by human and natural activities which may cause harmful effect on living organisms is called soil pollution. What is the definition of soil pollution? Contamination of soil by human and natural activity which may cause harmful effect on living organisms is called soil pollution. Soil pollution types, effect and sources of soil pollution. Pollution mainly occurs due to the following three main reasons are there. First, the waste which is coming out from the industry, the waste which is coming out from the urban area or domestic area, and the third, agri practices. Agri practices. So these are main reasons or sources will be there. But all but apart from these three, more two is also there. That is nothing but the radioactive pollutants and biological. Five are there. First one we have to write down the industrial waste. We know what is the meaning of industrial waste. Disposal of industrial waste in the is the major problem. Whatever waste is coming out from the industry, disposing of it is a very big issue. For example, which type of industries are giving the waste? If you want to write on each and every type of industry is giving some waste material and which is causing the soil pollution or it is responsible for the soil pollution. For example, if you are taking the paper mills, whatever unused pulp is there, that is the first cause. Chemical fertilizers are there, oil refineries, sugar factories, textile, fertilizers, pesticides, coal, mining industry, glass, cement, means each and every type of industry is responsible for the soil pollution. What effect is there? These pollutants often alter the chemical and biological property of soil. Sometimes it will be decreases the pH of the soil because for the particular type of plants harvesting, particular type of soil properties are required. Some chemicals are entering in the food chain also, and it is also polluting the soil as well as water. So these sources and effects of industrial waste. Now next one, urban waste. Urban waste is it is a combination of commercial as well as domestic. It is a combination of commercial and domestic waste. In that we are having the dry and sewage, dried sludge and sewage. All the urban waste are commonly referred as refuse. Whatever urban solid is coming, we are calling it as a refuse. In refuse, what are the things are included? Just in short, we are calling it a garbage. Okay, whatever garbage is coming out from our home. For example, plastic bags, bottles, glasses will be there, metallic cans, fibers, paper, rubbers, sweeping, leaves, small papers. So many things are there. It will come under the heading of urban waste. Then the third one is the agri practice. We know after the 19th century, urbanization and industrialization will be occur due to the increase in the tremendous pollution, increase in the population. Sorry, pollution पढ़ा रहे हैं तो pollution. So growth of population. That is the reason whatever sources are there or natural sources are there, that is not sufficient. That is the people are finding some artificial methods in that also in to increase the yield, increase the yield of the crop. We are using some fertilizers, pesticides, and herbicides. We are decreasing the time time of cultivation decreasing, and we want to increase the yield. That is the reason we are using some chemicals. So if these chemicals is coming, extra chemicals which is present, it is also damaging our soil. Or in that soil erosion will be there. And suppose in one soil, previously only two crops will coming. Nowadays we are getting from there three to four different types of. So overutilization of everything will be spoil it. That is one more reason. So that is called as the due to the practices. The next one, radioactive pollutants. Radioactive substances resulting from the explosion of nuclear testing laboratories. In lab, some testing is going, or in lab, some radioactive substances resulting from explosion of nuclear testing laboratories and industries giving type of pollutants. For example, here radium, explosion of hydrogen. So many examples are given, but you have to write it due to that reason. Then biological agents. What is the meaning of biological agents? Whatever waste or excreta is coming out from the human, animal, and bird, that is also responsible for the. Here we are having the control measures. In control measures, first one, proper jumping of the unwanted production of natural fertilizers. See, first, what is the cause? Industrialization. In industrialization and urbanization, what we are calling, if whatever waste material is coming, if we will dump in proper way, it is very helpful to decrease the or reduce the soil pollution. That is the reason we are doing it as a proper dumping of unwanted. That is the first solution. What is the second? In agri practices, if we are using at the place of chemical fertilizers, we have to use the natural fertilizer. In domestic area, whatever waste material is coming, we can convert it into the compost. It is very simple procedure and it is a harmless procedure. I'm telling harmless, not harmful. Okay. Then next one, proper hygienic conditions. This is the third solution. Then next one is the public awareness through mass media, education institution, or voluntary agencies can achieve this. Next one is the recycling and reuse of the waste material. In the green chemistry, you have learned already that most people nowadays they are not working on the new things. They are just working how to change the chemical part. We are getting that project, we know, but most of the people they are working on such reactions where we are getting the more amount of toxic materials or it is harming environmental conditions. So most of the people they are thinking to change the part to get that particular product, or we want the intermediate conditions we are replacing, or whenever we are preparing some projects we are thinking whatever projects are forming it can be utilized somewhere. So these are all come under the heading of recycling and reuse of waste material. For example, one more example I will give you, then I think you will understand easily that industries effluent or whatever chemicals are coming out from the industries. In biodiesel, you have seen that oil or ester is converting into the biodiesel, and along with the biodiesel, we are getting glycerin. Glycerin is not used in the biodiesel company, but glycerin is used in the pharma company. So that type of byproduct we have to recycle or reuse. The next one, we have to ban on some toxic chemicals. So this is all about soil pollution. Clear? Only air pollution and water pollution is somewhat lengthy. Next, all the three are simple only. So like that, you have to write down about the noise pollution also and thermal pollution. Pollution you can write down very easily. Already you have learned. Then thermal pollution also. I'm waiting for your answer. Yeah. This answer is very important and even in the first mid also. It's called in solid waste management. And most of the students they have not written the proper answer about the solid waste only. They are not writing anything about the management. You have to write down about the management. Solid waste management. In short, you have to write down what is the meaning of solid waste and then you directly come here. What is the solid waste management? In that two main important steps are there. First one we are calling discarding waste And second one, we are calling it as a reduce, reuse, and recycle of raw materials. Or in short, I will call it the 3R of raw materials. So you have to write down what is the meaning of reduce and recycle in short. Only in one para, it is more than. Then discarding of waste material is most important thing. See, it's come for 5 marks. This is a compulsory question. Every year they have asked. So in discarding waste, it can be discarded. Whatever waste material is there, it can be discarded by adopting some methods. Here we are discussing the three methods which we are using continuously, and it is a very simple one. First one, we are calling it as the landfill. Second one is the incineration, and the next one is the compost. In the landfill, solid waste are placed in a sanitary landfill which alternate layers of 80 centimeter thick refuse. Now we know what is the meaning of refuse. Whatever waste material is coming out from the domestic area, we are calling it as a refuse. So what here we are using we are making the 80 centimeter thick layers. First of all, we'll select the particular area and we will make a bed by using refuse. Here everything is written. इसका size क्या रहना, thickness कितने रहना layer की, everything is written here. And after making that bed, we are covering that area with soil, and we are keeping it we are leaving it for a 2 to 3 years. So after 2 to 3 years, what will happen? Whatever we have dumped, it will be shrink by 25 to 30%. 100% will not be there. Only 25 to 30% will be converted, and after that one, this land we can use for the building, parks, roads, and anything. So this is landfill procedure. What is the important? What is the advantages are there? It is simple and anyone can do. If we know, we can go for it. We don't require any special assistance. Next one, segregation of waste is not required. Means it is not there. Whatever waste is coming, we are just dumping it. Landfill areas can be reclaimed and used for other purposes. After 2 to 3 years, that land we can be used. Then convert low-lying marshy wasteland into the useful area. So these are some advantages. What are the disadvantages of landfill? For the landfilling, we require the large area. Means in cities, we are not getting that type of area. Next, whatever is transferring from one place to another, for the transportation cost will be. This is the second advantage. Then what is the third one? In landfilling procedure, when this waste material is decomposing, it will remove bad smell, and that bad smell is not good for health, and it is sometimes increasing the particular type of microorganisms, and they are responsible for some diseases. So these are some disadvantages of landfill. Then we are going for the incineration. Incineration is also a one type of landfill procedure. What we are doing? Separation of the waste will be there. We will separate the waste material, and whatever waste material will be decomposed easily, we will separate it. See here, generally in incineration, we are separating the waste material and we are burning it in the separate containers, and whatever energy is coming out, we are using that energy in the for the different ways. So these are about the incineration. Then we are going for the composting. This is the third. Sorry, the composting is the somewhat similar with the landfilling, but here we are just setting the garbage or waste material. It is a popular method. It is practiced in most of the cities, as well as it will be practiced in the village popularly. So whatever product we are after the decomposing or composting, that we are using as a fertilizer, and it is a natural fertilizer. Procedure is given, just read it now. Here advantages, disadvantages are given. So here your solid waste management is over. This is very important. That is the reason I have explained you. Then after are given, you have to write down that acts. In act, more important. First of all, you have to write down the objectives and features. Objectives and features are more important. So here your number 4 is over. Unit number 4 is over. Voice is that. Maybe from your side some internet issue is there. From my side it's good now. You just see. Once you log out, then log in. So log out and log in once. So now the next we are the unit number 5. Here we are having some social aspects. Then we are having the disaster management. The social aspects में water is the main topic. How to conserve the water, and in that we are just for the only one method is by using the rainwater harvesting procedure. Whatever I am feeling it is important to explain you, definitely I will explain you more. Then we are having environmental ethics. Most of the time, this part will come for the FAQ, short question and answer. In the environmental ethics, we have seen the climate change. What is the meaning of climate change? You have to write down the causes and effects. Then next you are having the global warming. You have definition of global warming. What is the meaning of global warming? Increase in temperature of Earth. Increase in temperature of Earth that causes change in climate. Causes change in climate. So you have to write that the effects are there, control and remedial. Warming you can write down very easily because you know everything about that one. Previously, the temperature of the earth will change in degree Celsius. Now it is very, we know what are the effects are there. More heat waves are there, expansion of desert area, natural fires, more evaporation of water from ocean and water bodies. These are the effects of global warming. Methods we have to use some. Now voice is clear, Kalim? I don't know what happened today. My voice is clear. Just take it once. Now, now voice is clear, Kalim. Faizan. Okay, I don't know what happened because maybe some internet issue will be there. So now you have to write down the control measures. Then then you have to write down these reactions. Last time in examination, most of the students not written how the acid rain is formed. This is more important. Learn about the effects of acid rain. What is the effects? It is having the human effect on human beings also and plants also. In nervous system, respiratory, digestive system affected. In the human effects due to acid rain. Then it can also cause premature death from heart and lung disorders such as asthma and bronchitis. TB जिसको बोलते हैं हम लोग. What is the effects? Taj Mahal, the best example in India is the Taj Mahal. then ozone layer depletion. So I don't think here explanation is required. So here you can write down very easily the last part, disaster management. This is the my most favorite part of the unit. That is the disaster management. We have completed in our e-class with so many diagrams, PPTs, and everything. What is the meaning of disaster? First of all, you have to write down the disaster. A disaster is natural or man-made hazard resulting in an event or substantial extent causing significant physical damage or destruction. Due to the disaster, loss of life and environmental changes will be there. In that one, we are having the two types of disaster. First one is a natural disaster and second one is the man-made disaster. You know the meaning of natural disaster and examples I will tell you. Earthquakes, landslides, volcanic eruptions. These are the examples of natural disasters. What is the man-made disaster? Example, transport accidents, oil and chemical spills, nuclear radiation, war. Then disaster management methodology. Last time most of the students are confused in writing the disaster management methodology and disaster management cycle. Both are different. In disaster management methodology, you have to write down the methods by which we can manage the disaster. Okay. And next, in the disaster management cycle, we are having that is I will tell you afterwards. So this is the main paragraph for the methodology. So in examination, you see here, I will just read the main point. The different type of map is used for topographic. For example, which type of maps we are using? Topographic maps, land use maps, hazardous maps, geological maps, vegetation maps, population distribution road, seismic map, and hurricanes tracing maps. These different types of maps we are using. Okay. Then we are using some instrument. We are using computer. We are using some computer software. Here everything is written. Just read it once. Then you will get an idea. We are sending some satellites to know weather conditions also. You know that one. Whatever climatic changes and weather changes we are noting, and depending on that one we have to just reduce the damage. Possibility of damage we can reduce it. We can't stop any natural disaster, but at least we can reduce it, or sometimes we can change the. Then now here we are disaster management cycle. In disaster management cycle you are four main things. First one, preparation, response, recovery, and mitigation. Response, after coming the of disaster, at the same time, what are the methods we are adopting to control it or to reduce the disaster? That is called as the response. Then next one is the recovery. Then mitigation and preparations. These are the four main things. So don't confuse in the methodology and cycle. Disaster management in India. So in the table, I have given you so many type of different disasters from the last 30 to 70 years. In which area, which of disaster came, and what are the losses of there, and which we are seeing. Or otherwise, here also I have written disaster management when we are discussing about the earthquakes. We have to give the best example of Maharashtra earthquake in Latur in the 90s. Then you have effects of earthquake, ground shaking, liquefaction of ground, ground displacement, landslides, flood, fire, tsunami. These are the effects of earthquake. How to control it? There is a virtually no technique to control the occurrences of earthquake. Starting, I told you, natural disasters we can't control it. However, sorry. However, some preventions or certain preventive measures we can take and we can minimize the damage only. So these are the about the earthquake. The next one, next disaster management, landslides are there. Here control measures are written to control the landslides. Which type methods we are using? First one, avoid construction activity in landslide occurring areas. First of all, we have to identify part of the area or which part of the country is having more effects of landslide. Then next one we have to reduce the slope hilly sides. Then we have to increase the plantation of the deep vegetation on the slope. So all these are the some control measures. Then disaster management flood. This is the every year we are facing this disaster. Uh, in most of the part in India, sometimes we are having drought condition, next we are having the flood condition. So every year we are facing the flood. Causes of flood, heavy. Sorry, the main cause is the heavy rainfall. Next one, construction of building flood plains. Means there are small lake, ponds. Is there now we are constructing a big commercial areas or big housing areas. Removing of the vegetation or deforestation will be there. Then urbanization, earthquake. These are the reasons. Floods. What are the effects? Erosion of topsoil and vegetation, damage and loss to land and property. Then interruption of basic facilities of community such as highway, railways, telephone, electricity, etc. Then you have to write down the control method. What is the control method? Flood done by construction of flood control dam. Means where we are having the heavy rainfall to construct the dams and we have to store water. Then next one, deeping, winding and next one, banning of construction of building in floodplain. Then next you are having the converting floodplains into the wildlife habitat parks, etc. All about the unit number 5. So you are having any doubt, no? If you have any doubt, just ask me. The next more 3 units are there. Tomorrow I will complete that one. But before going that one, I want to ask you all the 2 units is clear. Just give me answer. Now, if you are having any question, ask me and give the attendance. EC and IT. Give your attendance and listen one more thing. Tomorrow, sharp 10 o'clock, I will start. So everyone be there. Attendance, please. No, ma, that's enough. Don't write on more things because generally that question will come for 2 marks only. ECE 33, 34, IT 39. Simultaneously, I will tell you some points regarding tomorrow's exam. First of all, already I have given you important points regarding the examination. Tomorrow you are having class 10 to 11. In between, I will do the exam. I will send you sets. Four different sets I will send. I will write down on each set which roll number can be solved it. Simultaneously, I will give you informations also. Depending on that one, just you have to go through and just solve it. All the links are active for only 10 minutes. Within 10 minutes, you have to solve. Actually, it will take only 2 to 3 minutes, but I am giving you 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, it will be expired. Okay. After 10 minutes, that link will be. And one more thing, while solving your quiz, you have to see on the top only I will write down roll numbers which is there. तो जो नंबर लिखा हुआ है उन्हीं ने वो सॉल्व करना है. If you are solving the wrong paper, you will not get any marks. It will be considered as absentee. It will be considered as absent. So be here. Yeah, ma, after giving your attendance, you can leave. Or if you want to ask anything, you can ask. No issue. Or tomorrow, if you want any special explanation or if any special question I have to explain, you have to inform me through your CR or now only you can write down. Madam, ये point हमको नहीं समझ में आ रहा है. You can explain. So definitely that particular point in the next class. And inform Tamsil and Ahmed. Inform to all students, especially girls also. So Kalim, any point you want to discuss? Kalim, Azam. So if you want to ask anything, you can ask me now. That is very 4 minutes, 4. So tomorrow's timing 10 to 11. In between, anytime I will give you the active my links. Then at that time you have to solve it. Tamsil, Kalim, everyone inform all the students. Tomorrow's exam. So everything. See, I will tell the ECE 34, 6, 19, and 9. Yes, Mohammed, you are yeah, correct. Some plants also insects. And IT 39, 2, 2, 12, 26, 50. So if okay, here we'll stop. I think presently absentee is over. So thank you. If you're having any doubts, any have asked me. Yeah, is he roll number 7 present? I have added no. So tomorrow again I will repeat the timing because morning you are not came. I have waited for 1 hour. That is the reason again I am informing you. Tomorrow timing is 10 to 11. 10 to 11 your exam is there. Okay. So best of luck. Read well. If you are having any doubts, ask.